If I'm buying anywhere that I have no knowledge of the area itself, because I don't live nearby, or if I have, especially if I'm buying interstate, I don't know the areas. I don't know, even with all the research, you're never not gonna know all the specifics, ins and outs of that area. So I think that's, to me, it's a great sort of calling where you're probably gonna need some help, and you can probably bridge that gap by, for example, calling a lot of property managers in the area and sort of identifying specific pockets in areas that you should be buying, because you can get some feedback. But it depends how much time that you have available to do that, because I think one of the key things is when to use a buyer's agent is how much time you have allocated to do that, and the speed to market. For example, every time that I use a buyer's agent, I typically, it takes, I would say, like within 4 to 6 weeks, I found a deal, and I'm sort of contracts exchanged and just waiting for settlement. Because the moment that I know what I want and I briefing the buyer's agent, I typically will get start getting some deals, and then I start sort of doing my due diligence and start sort of crunching some numbers. And the moment that I found one, let's go, and then not wasting time. So I think that if I'm using a buyer's agent, one of the things that I take into account is that I'm probably gonna get a deal a lot quicker than I would if I'm sort of doing all the research and things by myself. So it depends. Do I want to buy a property in the next 4 to 6 weeks, or do I want to drag this on for, like, I don't know, maybe 6 months, because I'll have to do everything on my own, and save some money in there. So to me, I see a value in the transaction, and that's why I use it. Yeah.